Well, what's going on, YouTube? Got another 10 card PSA submission we're going to take a look at today. This was an express submission, $150 a card. Tried to get some Mac Jones in before the mass influx of them all hit. I was fairly successful, but ended up not getting the cards back until today. When I submitted and got my grades, the population report was at 9. As of today, that was Friday. As of today, the pop is up to 90 for PSA 10s, so we kind of missed the mark on that one a little bit. The cards were going for 2,400, 2,200, and as of today, they're around 800 to 900. So probably going to hold on to mine for a few days, wait till he plays again, maybe see how the playoffs look for the Patriots. They're looking good so far. So we'll hold on to those a little bit, but I wanted to show you the 10 cards that we sent in, what we got back, and kind of what the grades look like. I know some people have talked about PSA being harder on grades lately and some things, so just want to show you what I sent in. These were all cards I thought would gem, with the exception of one. Couple of cards coming up here. It's an Anthony Edwards Orange Ice that I thought was close. So we'll show you what we got, and hopefully keep you engaged here. So here's a 2020 Panini Prizm LaMelo ball. I pulled this one myself out of a mega box that I found at Walgreens a few weeks ago. Sent this one in, dead centered, perfect corners, perfect centering. Thought for sure that this one would 10, and it did. So this is a nice card. I think this one's currently going between 400 and 500. So not as much of a return when you're spending $150 on grading, but nice card nonetheless. Certainly one of the more desirable rookies of LaMelo. Here's another one we pulled out of another mega box that we got at the same time. Anthony Edwards Red Ice. This one came back a PSA 10. Again, this is one I thought looked pretty perfect. I really expected a 10 on this one. It's dead centered, and we did get a PSA 10, which is nice. That one I think is right in the 750 to 850 mark right now. This is one I actually bought off of a Facebook group. Centering was a little off left to right. It's really close to 55-45. It was dead center top to bottom, so I was hoping maybe we'd creep this one into a 10 holder, but ultimately we did get a 9. So not really worth the $150 grading fee, but a nice card. Looks great in the holder. I think this one's right in that 225, 250 range right now. So again, not really worth the 150 grading fee. So a little disappointed there, but it was a kind of a 50-50 gamble. It's a good looking card. The next two are Mac Jones, just base Donruss. If you've been watching these at all, they've been going absolutely crazy. Not a super tough pull, but 10s are tough to come by. Ended up with a 9 on both of these that I sent in. Really thought these were the best ones I had. I've got a couple others that I thought might be 9s, so those probably are not going to see holders, at least not until PSA drops the grading fee significantly. Because if these I thought were 10s came back as 9s, the other ones are probably 8, 5s, or maybe 9s, but certainly not 10s if these weren't. So two of these, this one was in that 300 to 400 range. I haven't looked to see what they're at now. This is the second one. Again, I mean, looks almost perfect, maybe slightly left to right off center. Didn't have any of the chipping on the corners. Some of these, the white is a real solid. It's not like it's colored. It's almost like a layer of cardboard, and it chips off. So these can be tough when you get them under magnification. A lot of them look really good, but it actually chips off unlike wearing away like some colored border cards look like. These actually almost flake off. So tough card. And then we've got 5 of the same card. We ended up with a 10. So this is the Target Press Proof Premium exclusive. Came out of the Target base set. I happened to get lucky and bought 5 of these after everybody made a run on them. I realized what the cards that were in there and thought, well, this is probably a pretty decent set to pick up, especially with guaranteed Mac Jones. And then, of course, the Mac Jones started selling for $130, $150, $180 a piece. So the $99 investment in the sets was a great investment. I wish I would have grabbed more because there were a bunch available well after they had dropped one morning. So great looking cards. A buddy of mine had a few sets, only sent in 2, got a pair of 10s, but the other 3 that he said had some weird bubbling in this gold edge here. I didn't have any that had that. I do have a Justin Fields that has a couple of weird spots on it, and I haven't seen that before, but the other ones didn't have it, so it's definitely a print defect of some kind. So probably just keep those for a while and see what happens, but those I don't think were worth grading. But all of these Mac Jones looked like 10s to me, and we did pretty well. So there's one of the 10s. Again, that card was $2,500. The first day dropped to about $1,800, $1,500, $800, $750, and now it's kind of creeping back up. So I'm hoping once they play this weekend, they didn't play last week, and then of course he had a pretty terrible stat line in a Patriots win the week before against the Bills, which I don't think helped. But I think the values of these are going to creep up significantly, even though the pop report is climbing rapidly. I think people seeing this sell for $700 or $800 too may be a little bit less likely to send them in at the $150 rate. So maybe that pop report will settle down pretty quick here. And then again, the Patriots look like they're going to the playoffs, and with Belichick, you just never know what's going to happen. So I think these are still a good investment. I don't think that $750, $850 price point is going to hold for very long. I expect this card to climb quite a bit. So there's another 10. Then we sandwiched it. There's a 9 right in the middle. I haven't taken a real close look at this. I actually just opened these on camera, but I ended up dropping my phone on the floor, and I don't know how to edit very well, so we just started over. This one is, again, looks as good as the rest. There's no print lines. Centering is just as good. There's not, a buildup of gold in the name down here or anything like that. So I'm not sure why this one got a 9 versus the others that got 10s, but still a nice card either way. The 150 price point for grading probably is not quite as worth it at that point. Another 10. So this is starting to feel old hat here. And our last one, 10th card, is another 10. So like I said, these are really easy. I mean, most of these look really nice coming out of the box, aside from a few that had, some bubbling on the corner. I was saying that my buddy found, and some random print defects. I haven't seen any, real bad print lines, scratches, dinged corners, anything like that. It's definitely a heavier cardstock, which I think helps. You don't get that chipping like you have in the regular Donruss. But nice cards. Like I said, I think these are going to hold their value well. I think they're going to, they'll climb up from this weird little drop in price. I think that's just due again to him having that poor performance, even though they won on Monday night a couple weeks ago, and being off this week or this last Sunday, and the pop report just jumping up so fast. I think everyone got these, immediately sent them in, and now the price or the pop report will start to level off. So I expect these to start climbing up again, but we'll see what happens. The card market's kind of crazy sometimes. Another set release may happen, and nobody will even remember this card. So we'll see, but I think these are a good investment if you can grab them. Obviously, I'm holding a few, so I'm hoping it's a good investment. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to give me a like and a subscribe if you like this content, and have a good one. Thanks.